welcome back to Carly's Creations. Today we're going to work on a winter themed cup, and we're going to do a very distressed look with a buffalo plaid, and believe it or not, no glitter. I know. So I love this cup and I love how it came out, and if you notice throughout the tutorial there are a few little bumps here and there on the road as far as the cup. So at one point, you know, a little bit of the water slide ripped at the bottom, and as I've mentioned before, my house is 100 years old and it's not very level. So when I go to apply my water slides and my images, my cup goes right down my desk. So I'm still working on little quirks like that I really haven't had to worry about before. So you'll see those in the video. And I actually kind of contemplated on, should I even post this? Should I redo it so it's a little bit better? And I was like, you know what? No, you guys, we all started somewhere and we're all still learning. So there's little quirks that I'm still learning, mainly with my house not being level. But there's just little things that happen. And I wanted to show you that it does happen to all of us. And it does happen along the way. Now, does that mean you have to strip your tumbler and start over? No. So even if you make a little mistake here and there, or maybe it ripped in one part, or maybe your paint smeared and you weren't really thinking it was going to smear, or whatever the case may be, sometimes you can just still keep pushing on and just finish that cup, and it's probably going to come out better than you thought it would. Now, does it always end up that way? No, but a lot of the times it will. So I kept pushing through with this one, even with some of the little mistakes that did happen, and I love the end result and I love how it came out. I'm trying not to keep it for myself, but you know, it was fun to do, so I wanted to show you that and just reassure you that it's okay if you make a mistake. I make mistakes all the time. We fix it and we go on. So don't beat yourself up about it, but I want to show you, even with a few little flaws, this cup still came out kind of fun. So it's nothing fancy, you know, it's not this big elaborate cup, but it's still fun, and I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. If you have any questions, as always, let me know below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. Join us on Facebook at Carly's Creations, Tumblers, and more. We do giveaways and group exclusive coupon codes and lots of tips. We have a wonderful group of crafters, and so we would just love to have you there. Come join in on the fun, and I hope you enjoy this. See you on the next tutorial.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start. We have a 20-ounce skinny tumbler that I got from Stainless Steel Depot, and the cup has already been prepped, and we're just going to go ahead and spray this cup down with a white base spray paint. So our base color for this tumbler is going to be a white, and so we're just going to use a Rust-Oleum 2x Ultra Clear. Make sure you get good coverage around your whole cup. Once your cup is dry, we're going to go ahead and put this guy on the turner. I have some epoxy mixed up here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some pearl mica powder. You can find this on my website. And we're going to add some of this into the epoxy, and what it's going to do is just kind of give our cup a little bit of a nice shimmer to show under our water slide. So it's not going to be very glittery, it's not going to be anything crazy, but it's going to give it just a nice little beautiful shimmer. And so we're just going to go ahead and mix that up really well, and then we're just going to apply a nice even coat onto our tumbler. Alright, so our tumbler is dry and it's cured and it's dry to the touch, so we're going to go ahead and add our water slide to it. And we have our buffalo plaid printed on a full sheet of the Haze water slide paper. We're going to go ahead and dip this in, and I always use lukewarm water. I just find that it works best with my water slides. We're going to let this soak for about 30 seconds or so, just enough to where the edges of our image start to release from the back part of the paper. Alright, so we're just going to make sure we get our tumbler nice and wet. This will make the application process a lot easier and make it to where we can slide our image around and get it to where we need it to go. So we're going to go ahead and pull this out of the water, let some of that excess water drip out. And this is the part that you'll notice when I mentioned in the very beginning of the video with my house not being even and my tumbler likes to roll. So it did give me a little bit trouble, but like I said, I worked with it and we made it work, but this is where I was talking about. So we're just going to go ahead and apply this from top to bottom, and you're going to very carefully and slowly start to slide out that bottom sheet and just kind of hold it and work out any wrinkles that you have. I kind of gently pull it a little bit just to make sure that it's nice and tight and snug on my tumbler. And we're just going to rotate our tumbler and turn it as we're applying it. And just like any other water slide, make sure it's even. You'll notice there is a little bit extra than obviously what we need on the tumbler, so I'm just going to cut some of that off and we'll just kind of lay it down. From there, you'll just get your silicone brush and work out any water bubbles that you have, and then continue with your paper towel just to get out any excess water, any wrinkles, and anything that you have on your tumbler, and that will get it ready for our next step, which is applying another layer of epoxy. Alright, our water slide is dry, and the only other thing I did that I didn't do on camera is I just applied a very thin coat of epoxy onto our tumbler here. You've seen me do that a million times, so I didn't film that little part, but that's the only thing you've missed so far. So now we're going to go ahead and take our spray paint. I'm going to use a black and a gold and a white. I'm going to use 3 different colors to kind of layer these colors together, which will give it a fun effect once we start to distress it. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the black. You want to make sure that you get a nice even coat. Try to avoid any drip marks. Make sure you stay around 6 to 8 inches away from your tumbler when you're spraying. Okay, we're going to go ahead and just repeat this same exact process using the gold. And then once more, this is our final coat, so this will be our white. So with this coat especially, you really want to make sure that you really get that good coverage, because this is going to be the main look on your tumbler. We made it to the final step of the cup. So for this, we're going to go ahead and start distressing. We're going to use a paper towel, a glove, and some acetone. And what you'll do is you'll apply some of that acetone to your paper towel, and you're going to just start wiping away on your tumbler. So because it's cold outside, my paint didn't dry as well as I thought it had. So it did smear a little bit, but I just, at the very end when I was all done, went back inside as far as the buffalo plaid part and just kind of cleaned it up a little bit, and then cleaned up a little bit of the black on the outside. But I actually left a lot of the black because I wanted to give it that rustic look, and so that actually turned out to work in my favor. So you're just going to keep rubbing as much or as little as you would like, and I made sure to rub a big area because I'm putting a decal on the buffalo plaid area. So and that's it, and that's easy, fun way to do this kind of distress tutorial. I didn't film putting the decal on, no rhyme or reason. You kind of have seen me do it a lot of times, so I went and just applied that, and then we just applied one more coat of epoxy and our cup was finished. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks so much for watching.